So you're playing a barbarian and you're playing leap attack. You already have like some decent gear to get yourself going. Now what I would do is like how much currency do you have? You have like pretty much no currency, right? A bit? Okay. So what I would do and what I probably did differently is that you have 3 ist and 4 mile. Okay, that's actually a lot. So like look at how much I just dropped the cham, right? But look how much currency I have right now. Right? This is an example of what I have. It's like I have nothing, dude. As far as how much gear I have, it's all invested. So every single time when I play, I'm instantly investing into my next gear piece. Instantly. Like I do, it's bad to have currency. If you've ever played StarCraft, think of it like that. You don't want to have like 1,000 minerals or more. You want to always go back in and invest into your gear as much as you possibly can. Like little tiny things. For me, for me, it was bow and crossbow skillers, right? As soon as I got anything, even if it was overpay slightly, I overpaid for almost every single item. Not all of them, but almost every single item I overpaid. And then when I found something, I undersold it as fast as I possibly could. I saw the cheapest price on the market. I saw the cheapest price and I dropped the price even more. So if the cheapest one was like a rune, I'd sell it for a pole rune, whatever it was. Literally instantly. And then it's gone. It's the first one on the market to leave. So then I get the currency, not the other person who has the like market price. So I'm always over purchasing and I'm always underselling. And how does that work? I'm always playing. I'm playing all the time. So in combination with all of those 3 things, I'm becoming rich. Yes, so you shouldn't have any runes. Runes is great, you get to flex, but right now I'm thinking about like how can I get rid of this cham rune? You know, that's what I'm thinking about. Like these things, like triangles, I don't know how much that is, but it's like I need to get rid of this stuff. But it's like this stuff right here. You want to buy some of this stuff, like max damage. You want to get attack rating. You want to get combat skillers. If you're a barbarian, whatever's cheap, you want to get that as fast as possible and max out all of that as fast as possible. It's really what you want. So in your case, you're actually in an okay position. And you have a bunch of currency to spend. Like even worldstone shards. Like I don't have like I have 4 worldstone shards and an and a pull to my name other than the cham I just dropped. So just always spend your stuff. You got 50. 50 is worth like a Vex. With a Vex, you could get a better weapon. With a better weapon, you can easily, easily clear much faster. So just invest in what you have. And as far as James go, he has summoning. Looks like he's got... Oh, interesting. This has 3 skills. You also want to invest into Magic Find if you can, unless you're instantly going into maps and relying on the map Magic Find. Like, that's the other thing, too. You have to remember that. Like, don't invest too much that it slows your gameplay down, because if it slows your gameplay down, then you're not killing as much. Like, the first 8 hours of me playing on my freezing arrows on, people are like, why aren't you farming hell cows? But I was killing nightmare cows so fast that I was getting lots of kills per hour and I was getting lots of items per hour that people need at that level. And at that point, I'm making money off of skillers. I'm making money off of just res charms, off of, mid-tier nightmare gear. I'm like finding that really quickly because I'm killing so many cows per hour. My Magic Find wasn't great, but then what that allows me to do is invest in the bow skillers. Keep going. So you get currency, you instantly invest into your character. Get currency, invest. Just like whatever the next thing is. And then it just skyrockets, and then this is what happens. Like I got Infinity in 2 days. I got all this stuff in 2 days. That's all I did, man. Just keep playing. I mean, the number one thing is don't be in town, like, as much as possible. So, yeah, hopefully that helps. How many hours of Nightmare Cows did I farm? Probably like 6 to 8 hours, if I had to guess. Like, I did not go... I think I didn't go to Hell Cows until I had like 33 skills. Not even kidding. And it doesn't have to be Freezing Arrow, guys. It doesn't have to be Freezing Arrow. Freezing Arrow is just the playstyle that I like. You know, I enjoy it. It's fun. You can just play with whatever you're looking for. Like, it doesn't have to be cows either. It really doesn't have to be cows. You can go farm Travancore if you're a barbarian. Travancore's better for you. You can hork the bodies. You can do Eldritch. You can do Pindle. If you're a sorceress, you can do Ancient Tunnels. You can do Stony Tombs. You can do Mephisto and Dariel. All these things, dude. Like, there's every class has an option for it. It doesn't have to be Zon. You don't have to copy the route that I'm doing. It's not just because I did this. But Nightmare over Hell? Dude, you'd be surprised the items that drop from Nightmare. If you're a sorceress, though, what I would say if you're a sorceress, what specific spec were you? Were you fire, lightning, cold? If you're cold, like Blizzard or something, then sure, yeah, go like Mephisto. Yeah, Blizzard. So if you're Blizzard, I would go Nightmare Cows until you get full inventory of charms. Once you have a full inventory of charms, then you go and Mephisto and Andy kill, like, just over and over again. Stack your MF. Obviously, this is after you get your rune words. You can also farm keys if you want to farm keys, to sell keys to make money or currency that way. You can also do Stony Tombs. Stony Tomb is probably the best if you want to do a similar strat to what I did, which is killing lots of stuff over and over again. But that's when you get into Hell. If you can't live, if your character's just dying all the time, you're pushing too hard. If you've ever played D3, try to make the flow as close to D3 as you possibly can, as far as like a meta D3, because that is a very efficient way to farm items. Like, look at the way I'm playing Diablo 2. I'm playing Diablo 2 as if Wirt's legs are Greater Rift Keystones. And then I just go in and open up the rift and I kill them. And I go against the timer as if it's like a cow rift. And I close the game, I go next, do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Blast as fast as possible. And get really good and really efficient at that thing. If I don't need resistances, I cut all my resistances. Like cows, I don't need res, really. As long as I play careful, and I will die occasionally on softcore. Get rid of all your res, go pure damage. You know, pure damage, pure magic find, screw survivability. And P1 cows. Well, in Project Diablo 2, P1 cows are actually dropping P5 loot. Or P3. It's either P3 or P5. What's up, Gecko? Good to see you, man. But if you're... So it looks like you're a summon necromancer, James. But if you can get like a Shaco as soon as you can, that's like a really good item to get. If you can get like War Travs to get Magic Find. If you're if you feel kind of like you're okay as a summon necro to like keep yourself alive, like yes, it's good to have damage, but you also want to have Magic Find with this specific build because you are kind of like able to stay far away. Whereas like the Barb uses Leech. The Barb uses Leech. You need damage in order to stay alive. If you leech. Or whatever, knockback or whatever you're going to use for CC or survivability there. But res on softcore, I won't say it's overrated, but if you can prioritize damage and MF over resistances and not die, then you're really optimizing. But honestly, use as much res as you possibly can. Or use as... Stay alive. Stay alive, that's the number one thing. If it requires you to have more res, stack as much res as you need to stay alive. It's very important. Because two things that'll slow you down is staying in town, not doing anything, and dying. Because dying means you have to go get your body or save and exit. You're losing XP, you're losing skill points, you're losing attributes, life and mana, attack rating, defense, all those things. That's my spiel. Any questions?